Hi Libra. Happy December 2018. I don't even really want to do a lot of talking. There's a lot of information that you guys are trying to put together, figure out. A lot of stuff is going on. I know with my Libra rising, just the last couple of months, through Scorpio season and now Sagittarius season, I am looking at everybody like ever since Libra season pushed through, we got to Scorpio season, I've literally been looking at everybody and saying, what the hell is going on? Why is everybody losing their minds? Why am I the only voice of reason here? Like, wide-eyed. I feel like I'm a kid in a corner watching chaos ensue. And I think we kind of talked about this in November reading. But I feel like I'm a kid in a corner watching chaos ensue and not really knowing what to do about it, but being super overloaded. Like, I can't. And I know that it's been really difficult to get through these last couple of months because it's hard to stay balanced when everybody around you is losing their shit. Right? Everybody around you is losing their shit. So, December. Okay. The first card that came out was the Ten of Swords. So, this is, for me, like, it literally, Libra's like looking around and gathering information from everybody else and being like, it's the end of the world. I can't even believe that everybody's losing their mind. It's such the end of the world right now. Now, if you have a water sign in your life, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the King of Cups is here. Could be a Scorpio because I also have the Six of Cups, which represents the Sun in Scorpio. Sorry, I'm still a little, like, stuffy and my nose is starting to itch. I am feeling a lot better, though, so that's nice. But my nose is a little bit stuffy. If you have a water sign in your life or somebody who has heavy water placements in your life, and they're a soulmate, or they came back from the past, or there's some kind of past connection here, they're really, really, really having a difficult time. And I think that this is one of the things that you're kind of looking at, and you're like, I'm just trying to keep my own sanity. It's really hard to deal with other people's sanity right now. I'm just trying to, like, get myself leveled out, and I'm not really sure how much more I can take. This is a really strong connection. Two of Cups. And I kind of feel like this water sign, again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, they're really devastated about something. The Ten of Swords for me is actually looking at the worst possible case scenario. So, and I'm not sure if I've said this to you guys before, but it's like when somebody says they're going to text you when they get somewhere and they don't text you and you automatically think that they're dead in a ditch on the side of the road. Like, that's the Ten of Swords for me. The worst is behind you. It's not as bad as it seems. Yes, it might be painful. Yes, it might be uncomfortable. Yes, you might, like, be overthinking it. But the connection that is here is real. Now, I do want to say I also have the Page of Swords. I almost feel like there's because the Page of Swords for me, yes, it can represent somebody's like spying on you or talking about you, kind of like behind your back or something like that. But I also want to say that I feel like you need to have a conversation. You need to clear the air, because the Page of Swords for me is also like trimming the fat, like getting rid of all of that extra negative energy that's around. And being super logical about it. Yeah, being super, I feel like there needs to be some kind of clarity when it comes to this connection. So we have the Ace of Swords here. And again, the water sign it doesn't have to be a water sun sign. It can be sun, moon, or rising. But more than with the Ace of Swords next to the Page of Swords, I feel like there's not enough communication. There's more like flowing feelings and not enough communication. And that's why this person, because I'm not really feeling like you are thinking it's the end of the world or you're totally devastated. It could be that a water sign came back from your past. You had a very strong connection with them and they devastated you. Yes, very real possibility. I'm not even like, that's totally something that's possible, right? But I also feel like there's something that needs to be cleared up here. I feel like there needs to be some kind of clarity in this situation because somebody's thinking the worst, whether it's you or whether it's the water sign, somebody's thinking the worst. And yeah, it could be a Cancerian energy with the Chariot. But this is also, if it was a really bad ending that happened maybe in November, or if it's happening in the beginning of December, or somebody thinks that something is ending pretty badly, it's almost like this had to happen. There had to be some kind of, the Chariot is all about divine timing. It's about moving towards your destiny. It's about being on the right track. And especially with the North Node in Cancer, like moving into Cancer, this is, the South Node is in Capricorn, which is your 4th house, right, of home and family. So with the South Node being in Capricorn and the North Node, and this is all about karma. The North Node and the South Node are all about karma. The North Node is about the karma in your life now. And the South Node is about past life karma or, your childhood things and when I say karma, it can be good, it can be bad. A lot of people hear the word karma and they automatically go to the negative. But you can create good karma in your life too. So karma is not always a negative aspect to have. I said that to somebody once and then they tried to correct me and I was like, but think about it. When you do good deeds, you're actually creating good karma for yourself. So how can that be negative? Right? So with the North Node moving into Cancer, things are going to be more emotional in general, like in society. People are going to be more emotional because Cancer is ruled by the moon. Also, if this is representing maybe some kind of illumination happening within this relationship or within this connection, I mean, I'd love to say this is about work, but there are no pentacles here. Sorry, Libra. There's a lot of cups happening, and there's 2 soulmate cards out. So this relationship that's what we're going to call it. And if you want to know about work and stuff, I'm sorry, maybe that'll come out a little bit later as I look at the bottom of the deck or we clarify some things. It may be that you are wanting to work to distract yourself from whatever connection this is. But I feel like by the Cancer full moon on December 22nd, which is also the winter equinox, which means it's equal day and night, but it's the shortest day of the year. Shortest day of light of the year. We'll put it that way. Things will be illuminated and I feel like you will have answers about whatever this connection is, whatever this relationship meant to you. What was it part of your destiny or your karmic retribution that's coming up that is going to be shown to you? Yeah, I think that there are decisions that this water sign is trying to make. It's like they want you they want to have a future with you. The 2 of Wands, if you look at that card, that guy's holding the world. And he's looking out into his future. He's and time and space it's not linear, right? But this person has dreams. And this could actually be representing you and all of the emotional dreams that you have. And instead of being there really, really open, like, let's remember that Uranus has moved back into Aries for the time being until spring of 2019. And that is that's just opposite of you. And it's that relationship sector. Plus we have Venus in Libra that, yes, that moves into Scorpio the first week in December. But, right, we're still towards like just a couple of days away from that. And if you're emotional about what your future is holding, or if you have really heavy water placements, it's like you're leaving all of the destruction of everything that's happened in the past and pushing forward. In relationships, it's like you're removing yourself from all of that wounding that you had to deal with for 7 years while Uranus was in Aries, right? And then it moved into Taurus, and then it went back into Aries. It's doing this zigzag, this back and forth. That's not really helping everybody's psyches either. We all just kind of have to like move through it. And when people aren't keeping their heads about situations, or when people are acting out of anger or projecting things onto you, it can be really devastating. And what I want to say to you is to just keep pushing forward. Not everything that everybody says needs to be addressed. Somebody got angry with me because, and I'm not even going to mention the sign, but like there is like a particular sign that for some reason I'm always like picked on about, that I do it last, which I like, even the last couple of months, I always have like 4 or 5 signs left when I do that. I mean, it's just, anyway. And it happened again this morning, and I was actually planning on doing the reading for that sign, so you can kind of like decipher maybe which one that is. But I still had like 5 other signs to do, and I was harassed about it again from that specific, like from people from that specific sign. And I'm just like, why is it so hard to understand that, I'm not doing it on purpose? Like there's this energetic feeling and pull that I do. And the reason why I'm telling you guys that is when you have that projection coming onto you, you have one of 2 options, right? You can deal with it directly and then get yourself all rustled up and bent out of shape and have all of that negative energy surrounding you, or you can release it and say, that's not really my problem. Like their anger about something that they feel entitled to is not really my problem, right? So the way that I deal with that when I get like harassed by people for like, and it usually takes a lot, like over and over and over again. When I get harassed by people about anything, if it's a projection that is like an over and over and over again process, eventually I just kind of like shrug my shoulders and I'm like, I've done everything I can to make you guys feel like I'm doing as much for you as I am for everybody else. But if it's like this constant battle of nitpicking and nitpicking and nitpicking, I just delete and move on. Sorry, I don't know if you just heard my coffee pot. It's talking back there, and it like agreed with what I just said. Again, the reason why I'm saying this to you guys is, like, I'm a Libra rising. My 15-year-old is a Libra rising. And we actually have this conversation where everybody is losing their minds right now. And for air signs, it is so much easier to look at all the situations that are going on with everybody else and be like literally facepalm. Like, what? Why is this necessary? We, logically, we don't understand why it's necessary to lose your mind over anything. And I feel like that's what you guys are moving away from. So let's see what the 6 of Cups is. And if it has to do with a water sign, either you're making decisions to move on or they're making decisions to move on. So we have the King of Swords. Welcome to your reading. Hello. And we have the devil. And like I said, I feel like you guys are going to, because the devil talks about, it's, you know, represents Capricorn. We have Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, which again is your home, your family life, right? It's the 4th house of stability and family. And with the 6 of Cups here, I feel like you guys have really been working on that past life karma and trying to settle in and be logical about what it is you need to do to move forward, and no longer allowing other people to come into your space and mess it all up. I know so many Libras that have like aesthetically beautiful houses. Like everything is so balanced out and amazing aesthetically. Whether they have a lot of money or they don't have a lot of money, it's always very aesthetically pleasing in a Libra house. And I feel like it's gone deeper than that. It's not just about pleasing of the eye. It's more about pleasing your soul. And so the karmic patterns that you guys have noticed in your family life in the last couple of years are really coming to light. And you're recognizing that you no longer have to play mind games with yourself anymore. That you're no longer going to allow other people to play mind games with you. That the balancing act of when it's Mercury retrograde, I talk a lot slower than I normally do. So if it sounds like I'm tripping over my words, I might be a little bit. Because, man, this Mercury retrograde, I love it. I love it. You're cutting out the fat. You're cleaning out the closets. You're allowing yourself to move past all of the karmic patterns that you've done over and over and over again for the last 7 years. And now that we have, and especially because, you know, like the whole North Node, South Node switch transit is happening, it's so much more effective for you guys to move past all of that old karma and old bullshit. Now, if you have a Capricorn showing up in your life that has either heavy water placements or heavy air placements, that connection is also very real. If you've been wondering, is this person like real? Are they going to run away? What's happening here? Let's look at the 2 of Cups. I know I'm rambling so much right now, but there's so much to tell you guys because we have been in this, like, trying to, like, stay in a bubble, right? Oh, look at that. 9 of Pentacles on the 2 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles is being abundant on your own, being strong on your own. And the really interesting thing about the 9 of Pentacles on the 2 of Cups is when you finally get to that place where you are very, very strong on your own, you're very abundant on your own, that's when the 2 of Cups kind of shows up. Because it's like, oh, you thought you were going to be single forever. Well, but you did the work. So you're not really going to be single forever. Now, this could also be that you don't really want to deal with the whole soulmate thing right now. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of Pentacles showing up. And here we go. You might be burying yourself in work in order to avoid the connection. I know, long pause. That's not really one way to avoid it, but I get it. I understand why. I understand why you would want to do it. I totally get that. Okay. So, you know what's so funny is I've seen a lot of Virgo and Libra readings. Not a lot, just a couple. And the readers that aren't really like, I don't know, that don't really understand the whole Virgo quality or don't understand the whole Libra quality are just really negative towards those signs. And I don't really understand why. Because I actually see that December is really good for Libra and for Virgo. There are going to be some bumps in the road. And the reason I'm saying that is if you have a Virgo in your life, so I have the Hermit and the Ten of Pentacles on the Page of Swords. If you have a Virgo in your life, first of all, make sure that they're not diminishing you in any way. Second of all, I feel like this Virgo is actually helping you to raise your standards or to get to the Ten of Pentacles status, they're doing their best. And it could be a Virgo that has air placements in their chart or an air sign that has Virgo. I feel like it's a Virgo with air placements. But this Virgo is trying to establish a very comfortable home life, right? This could also be you trimming all the fat and going inward and kind of like pulling back from everything in order to gain that abundance, gain that stability, gain that everything that you want, right? With the 10, because the 10 of Pentacles is like, we went from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. You may think that you want to be left alone, Libra. You may think that you want to be left alone, that you don't really want to mess with the 2 of Cups. But if there's a Virgo in your life that kind of shows up, or if there's maybe another air sign even, or, that kind of shows up, even a water sign, even if it's the water sign that kind of shows up, it's like, I almost feel a very stubborn nature from you guys. And now let's be honest, Libras can be very stubborn. Hello, I have very heavy Libra placements. I understand that. I know. I get it. You want the 10 of Pentacles lifestyle. And to get to the 10 of Pentacles, you need more than one person. Yes, you can be fully abundant on your own at the 9 of Pentacles, but with the 10 of Pentacles, that's like the whole family. You can get to the 10 of Pentacles on your own. That's not what I meant. Like, you totally can. But sharing the 10 of Pentacles with other people and having that happy life and having that happy home feels so much better sometimes than doing it all on your own. Because doing it all on your own can get very, very lonely, right? And I feel like part of my Libras out there are really wanting to do it all on their own and just be like, nope, I don't want to deal with the 2 of Cups situation. I want to put my head down. I want to work. I'm leaving the past in the past. That was all toxic for me. But I feel like towards the Cancer full moon, things are going to be illuminated to you on what you are cutting out of your life and what you actually need to cut out of your life. Because sometimes we cut things out of our lives and then we're like, oh, damn, I really didn't mean to do that. Like, I didn't actually want to do that. I was just really upset that day. Or it was really this, or it was really that. And I don't want that to come back and bite you in the ass if you accidentally do that. Because we have felt so much chaos lately. And we have felt like the overburdening of everybody else's problems constantly all the time. Sometimes you just want to scream because your head's going to explode. But retreating for a little while and gaining your footing in your singleness or your oneness is fine. But when it comes right down to it, be super honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself on, do you really want to cut these people out of your life or this person out of your life? Or are you using your words wisely? Or see? All right. An Empress. Hello, Libra. She is ruled by Venus, so this would be you. An Empress uses her words wisely, and she cuts people out when they're toxic to her, and when they're not resonating with her, and when they're no longer vibing on her level. But she doesn't do it unnecessarily, right? She does it with love and respect and blessings. She sends people off and cuts them out of her life with peace and love. And that's where we kind of want to get to. We don't want to get into the state of mind this December of, oh my God, I just can't deal with everybody anymore. I'm going to run away and do my own thing and leave everybody in the dust. Because you're going to feel it. The chaos will not let up until probably mid-December, when Mercury goes direct, when we start to move into Capricorn. Because Mercury in Sagittarius, right now, this energy, Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, is really, really potent. It just means that Mercury is closer to the Earth than usual. But it can cause people to lose their minds. Because Mercury is the planet of communication. And when it's all jumbled up and nobody really knows what they're doing and they can't think straight and they can't talk straight and they just losing it, right? Five of Swords, losing it, right? Four of Swords. So when you're seeing everybody and the Emperor, ooh, and the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups and Judgment. Okay. When the chaos ensues and everybody's coming from all different directions and you're not really entirely sure what to do, retreat, but do it in a calm way. The Four of Swords is saying, you know, do a lot of meditation, really go inward, really like start feeling out what you're feeling versus what everybody else is feeling and projecting onto you or saying to you. It doesn't have to get dramatic. It doesn't have to get dramatic. You can just remove yourself from situations. Like I talked about before, how like it takes a lot for me to get upset or let somebody else's energy affect me these days. Like I'm actually can be very calm about what other people do and what other people say towards me. The reason why this set me off this time is somebody was actually like somebody had made a comment to another subscriber, another person that commented on a video talking about me. Like I'm not going to see it. And so talking behind my back in front of my face is probably like the worst thing that you could possibly do to me. Because that's like that. You're trying to be slick, but you're actually not. And so when people are trying to be slick with you, but you can see right through them, through this Mercury retrograde, you're going to see right through them. You cannot, like, literally, I hate to be the person to have to say this. It is so hard to trust people right now. All you can do right now is trust yourself. Get into your own mindset. I do feel like you have people around you that are kind of keeping you grounded and stable. The King of Wands could be an Aries, or could be a Leo, could be a Sagittarius. I actually kind of feel like this is your energy. Because you're taking on the role of, because, Aries is just opposite of you guys, again. And you're almost taking on that I am status. And being like, no, I'm just going to look after myself right now. I can't handle everybody else's drama and everybody else's issues at the moment. I'm just going to look after myself. And if that makes me look really selfish, so be it. But and I'm going to say, good on you, Libra, because sometimes we need that self-care and sometimes we need to pull ourselves away, especially when it seems like people have come back from the past and they are kind of, it's almost like a forced sabbatical from everyone that Libra is going to be taking. And I feel like it's only going to be for the first half of December. It doesn't have to be through the entire month. And I do feel like there's a water sign out there, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that is, it's a karmic relationship in some way that you're really starting to recognize. And you're not even really entirely sure if you want to hold on, if you want to let go, if you want to offer something, if you want to move forward. I have the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. This could also be a lot of, what are you holding on to the idea that you have to hold on to money for some reason? Because maybe you don't have enough right now and you're kind of, it is the holidays, right? And when we celebrate Christmas, I'm a gift giver. So usually after Christmas, I'm like, all right, everybody, I'm broke for the next 2 months. Don't ask me for anything, right? If that's what you're going through, this will pass. If you're like holding on to money for dear life right now, this too shall pass. Like, I feel like this is just a blip on the radar because you're actually doing a lot better. You're planning things right now. You're moving forward with things, and you're almost planning things in a very Virgo-esque type way where like you're super analyzing everything that you want to do for the new year. And remember in January, or I guess not remember, I don't even know if I ever told you, but in January we have 2 eclipses. So there's going to be a lot of illumination at the Cancer full moon on the 22nd of December as we move into Capricorn. And then we have a lunar eclipse in Capricorn on January 6th. And then we have, solar eclipse in Capricorn on January 6th. And then at the end of January, I want to say it's the 26th or 27th, we have a lunar eclipse in Leo. It's like 0 degrees of Leo. It's like right on that cusp there between Cancer and Leo. So I feel like you're actually doing much better monetarily, but it's almost like you're holding onto your money because you're trying to figure out where you're going to put it, where you're going to place it. This could be a lot of, like, if you have investments coming up or you really want to kind of find out where you want to place things, or, I don't know, it feels like you're trying to allocate your money to certain aspects or certain areas of your life that are going to benefit you in the future. And I want to say, things are going to be much clearer after Mercury goes direct, after the Cancer full moon. Things will be much, much clearer. So when it comes to money, when it comes to love, when it comes to family, it won't be so chaotic and jumbled anymore. Wow, I'm talking a lot. I'm so talking a lot. So I have the Magician and the Moon and the 4 of Wands, and that's exactly what I'm saying. And I'll end it with these 3 cards. But I wanted you to see, because there's so much good stuff that is actually taking place right now. But you can't see it because of the fog, because Mars is in Pisces, because Neptune went direct in Pisces, because Uranus went back into Aries. And so you're really having to like clean up the whole relationship, karmic, whatever was a big wound or kind of fell apart in the last 7 years. You're looking at that and you're getting rid of the last shards of glass, right? If you haven't heard my analogy of when we clear out final things in our lives, it's like the clear out time in 2018, the final times in our lives where, it's like you drop a glass in the kitchen and you think that you've picked up all the big pieces of glass and you've swept it up. But in the middle of the night, you get up to go get a drink and you step on a shard of glass. It's like now you're recognizing that maybe you didn't get all those shards of glass in 2018 and you're doing like that final sweep. And again, the Magician with the Moon and the 4 of Wands, things will be illuminated by the full moon on the 22nd. And everything that you've been manifesting and the things that you've been making happen for you in your home life and family life will be much more clear. And I feel a sense of you building your home and getting it stabilized and making it something that is beautiful aesthetically and energetically. It's not just about the material stuff anymore for you, Libra. And not that it really was, because you guys aren't a materialistic sign, but a lot of people will say that a Libra is wishy-washy because they can't make decisions, right? When in reality, what you're doing is you're looking at all of the available, like all of the possible aspects of what you need to do in order to stay balanced. And things have been knocking you off balance for so long that now, as we move into Capricorn season and we get out of Mercury retrograde and we have this beautiful full moon in Cancer that's going to illuminate so many things, you will feel so much more grounded. And you will see all of that hard work that you've done this year is really going to pay off. And that is like in all aspects of your life, because I'm seeing money and I'm seeing family and I'm seeing love. So it really is kind of like that last clean sweep, right? Okay, Libra, I'm going to stop talking now. So much stuff to tell you guys. I love you all so, so much. Check out the links for Chatalize below. I do have openings all through December on Fridays. And Chatalize takes care of everything. So if you're interested in doing a one-on-one reading with me on Chatalize, check that out below. Or you can go to my website, fearlessintuition.net, and order a reading there. Let's see, what else? I think that's really it. I will be doing 2019 general forecast readings. Those will probably be out after I'm done with these general readings. I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful December, and I will see you for your 2019 forecast. Bye.